1969. It was my first attempt at any kind of poetry, my last attempt as far as that goes. I call it Full Circle. Bear with me. A small burst of water way high in the hills is the birth of this river, of this life. It screams and it cries, and it struggles ahead to the end of a faraway call. It knows not its path, but shows no concern. It knows it is truly alive. So it crawls and then races to live its life between its beginning and its end. A very young river has no fear or no dread of the tumbles and spills it will take. What it feels is its strength, and that feeling is good. It knows it would never turn back. When it grows to the height of its strength, it is sapped, and its treasures are harnessed for use and spread far and wide to the fields and the sky until it nearly expires. This river, this life, can be wild and fast, or peaceful and calm and serene. It will tear away mountains, then rest in the glen till it's ready to flow again. But it doesn't stop moving when it looks like it's done. It starts churning and plowing again. As it gathers momentum, it is joined by friends, excuse me, and it joyfully rounds the bend. It slows here and there in calm little ponds, but it soon gets restless again. So off it rolls on its charted course through the valley, gorge, and plain. It wends its way, but never asks why. It just goes, and it moves where it must. It seems to know from its very first breath that it's on its way to the sea. It only knows it's a part of the plan, and it rarely ever complains. It swells, and it shrinks, and expands, and contracts, and at times breaks out of its bounds. Its tasks are many, but too busy to stop, it lunges over a fall, and it sails through the air to a bottom that pains, then moves slowly forward again. It often rests, but it never quits, and accepts every challenge it meets. For it knows by now it was made with care to be used wherever the need. It didn't just happen, this river, this life, and it's sure of the way that it feels. It was made with a plan to do all it can before it reaches the sea. It gathers its stones wherever it may and makes a beautiful bed, for it knows at the end it will need a place to lay its weary head. The river may sleep before it arrives, but it gets there nevertheless. It's hard to imagine, but really quite true, that at the end of one road starts another anew. Near the end of its voyage, it starts to slow down as it sees what it knew all along, that the place it was going was worth all the trouble, the heartaches, bruises, and pain. The river slows down to almost a limp as it reaches the end of its run, of its channeled trip from the hill to the sea. It was starting life over again. For the ocean of death is only a breath away from the ocean of life. And it takes many forms, but it goes on and on. How great this river, this life. This is life, not a rehearsal. Let's not miss it. Amen. This closing reading is taken from Laura's September the 4th sermon. Christ